We have been hit with a blessing from Horror Night Nightmares, and if you know what I'm talking about, you clicked the video for a reason. Today we're going to talk about the brand new speculation map that was just released by Horror Night Nightmares today. That's right, they dropped it at like 9 o'clock. I was at work, so I had to wait a little bit to do it. I am filming this directly after work, just so you guys know how much I care about Horror Nights and how much I care about you guys getting this information. But before we dive into this, I need to say thank you so much to Horror Night Nightmares for putting this map out and always doing it. You guys are the best. You guys are amazing. Thank you. And I would also like to reach out and say thank you to all of you as well for checking this video out. Please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below some stuff that you're excited for about this year's event based off of this speculation map. And don't forget to subscribe either. But now, let's dive straight into this map. Now, I think the easiest way to do this is going to be going by houses, then scare zones, then shows. So, I'm going to start this in location A. It's not labeled A, but it's A to me because that's how it is on the map. And it is a soundstage house that will be located next to Despicable Me. And now with this one, similar to the last map that they put out, there are images and symbols that will represent some of the haunted houses. For example, this one has an image of some trees with a slash through the middle of them, and this instantly makes me think of a Yeti. Could we finally be seeing a full-on attack of the Swamp Yeti house, or are we going to be getting the urban legend of Bigfoot? Who knows? Either way, I'm excited. I love the last Yeti house that we had back at 29. It was one of my favorite houses. Everyone criticized me because I said the name wrong, but it was so much fun. And now if we can get a full-scale house based on a different type of beast of the same size, I know they'll knock it out of the park. And now we'll be moving from location A to location B, which is another soundstage house, this one located in the Music Plaza stage venue, which will be housing none other than The Exorcist. Now on the last speculation map, this was listed as The Exorcist Believer, which is the movie that is releasing this year. However, on this map it is just called The Exorcist. Could this house potentially be centered around both films? Or just one? Or will they be doing something similar to what they did with Halloween last year and have the original house return with a different type of light, which I don't know how they would do that. I do think having the original film and the new film combined into one haunted house would be really nice and could allow for some really unique scares and be very well timed out because you don't have this new movie out yet. So you don't know how the fans are going to take it in. However, you know the original film and the original haunted house were two of the best things that were put together. So it can either go one way or the other, but I really hope that both movies end up in the house and not just the one. And now we will go from B to C, and it is another soundstage house, this one located next to the Fallon entrance, and this was on the last speculation map as well. It's a city with a pentagram above it. Now, last time I said that this could either be like a cult house, or a witchcraft house, or maybe like a Salem witch house, who knows, I don't know, but I'm just going to stick to what I said last time, just to play it safe. And then we'll go over to location D, which is next to the New York Library, and oh man, this is what everyone was waiting for, Stranger Things 4. This has been speculated by countless people. Truly, this is going to be that big market IP that's going to drive in the crowds. It's done numbers in the past, and it will continue to do numbers now. And it's one of the most popular, if not the most popular, streaming series to exist. And just imagine the different characters they can have in here, the different monsters. They can have Vecna, they can have the Demodogs, they can have the Demobats. Eddie could be playing Master of Puppets. This could be one of the best Horror Nights houses ever. And now going from D to E, we are going to talk about another soundstage house and the final soundstage house that we have here. It is the second of the two New York Library houses, and this one is an image of a castle with a dragon flying in it. Now this was on the last speculation map, and we discussed how this could potentially be a medieval house, or something tied into a lost continent. And now with how the rumors have been going, well, a lot of people have been speculating that this could maybe be a dueling dragons house. And honestly, I would not be mad about that, because technically I wouldn't be wrong. I said this could have been a lost continent tie-in. So, who knows what can happen? I would love to see some kind of head nod to the lost continent, since basically the only thing there now is the Mystic Fountain. So, Yeah, this will be a great house, if it comes true. And then we'll go from E to F, and F is the Fast and Furious location, and it's going to be housing Chucky. That's right, one of the 2 already confirmed Horror Nights houses for this year's event. And well, my feelings haven't changed for this house. I'm still very much excited to see how they pull this off. I really hope that it's puppets that they use for Chucky and not full-size people. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully we get those puppets. Now moving from location F to location G, we have our first Sprung tent house. And now the entrance for this will be in the MIBQ, similar to what we had for Bugs Eaten Alive last year. But this year, based on a speculation map we have, well, it is Dr. Oddfellow's Carnival, his logo. Trust me, it's his logo, and if you don't believe me, here's a picture of Jack's logo from the Carnival of Carnage in 2007. And if you look behind the J and the S, you see the O and the C for Oddfellow's Carnival. And well, this house has been something that I've been excited for ever since I saw those tents with the fog behind them on the last speculation. So this just gives us confirmation towards our speculation. Well, this is going to be Dr. Oddfellow's Carnival of Oddities, which is the carnival in which Jack the Clown worked at. So let's see where this goes, and just know that I'm very excited to see however this turns out. And now from one Sprung tent to the other, which is weird. So now, before I talk too much into the actual property that's coming to this house, I need to say, if you look at the house entrance, the portal's moved. Now it looks like there's going to be 2 entrances by the MIB location, rather than just 1 here and 2 over by the Men in Black bathrooms. So basically, we're going to have 2 entrances based off the speculation map where we had Bug's entrance last year. Not sure how solid that is, but just throwing that out there. Anyways, based on the speculation and rumor forums online for this house, a lot of people are saying that this could possibly be a house that's loosely based off of the song The Devil Went Down to Georgia, which sounds like a pretty cool concept to do. Like, if you guys haven't heard the song, go ahead and listen to it, and I feel like as long as we just have some fiddles playing or some jazz, blues music playing, I'm down for a good time. But we're going to move on now to the next house, which would technically always be a Sprung tent location. However, just using common knowledge, since both Sprung tents are gone, this is going to be a parade building located next to the Men in Black bathroom, and that is a house that was already announced, which is Naughty Dog's The Last of Us. And if you want to know how I feel about that house, please go ahead and check out the video that I made about the announcement. But needless to say, I am beyond ecstatic for that house to be coming to the event. And now finally, let's go to the 10th and final house here, and that is located in the parade building next to ET. Over in Kid Zone, we have Universal Monsters Paris, which we still don't know what monster is going to be in Paris, but either way, I have yet to meet a Monsters house that has let me down. I've enjoyed all of them, so please, just keep the bangers coming. Now we're going to step away from the houses, now we know all 10 of them. We're going to go straight into the scare zones, which are very intriguing to say the least. Starting off with our first one here, I'm going to say it is the front entrance of the park, but it could also be Minion Land, and it is Carnival of Oddities Horde. Seems to be like some kind of chainsaw horde that will be featured some performers that were in Dr. Oddfellow's Traveling Carnival of Oddities. And with the horde being here, what does that mean for a scare zone being located in Minion? Have we officially lost that like front entrance scare zone? No more table of contents zone? And to be honest, this might actually be a win-win. But now we're going to move to the second location, which is in New York. And what we have here is an image of zodiac signs. Could this be some kind of Chinese New Year scare zone? Or perhaps even something similar to 7 from HHN 21, which featured the 7 deadly sins in their own different representation. Maybe this will be some way to see the different zodiac signs represented in the scare zone accordingly. I like that idea. Maybe that's ticket. And then we'll move over to San Francisco, which at first, I'll be honest with you, I had no idea what this could be. And thank you to one of the Haunt Girls and Horror Night Nightmares for tweeting out, "Is this Krampus?" Because now we know that this is officially a skip zone dedicated to Krampus. So maybe we're finally getting that dark Christmas zone after all. And now, you have to pardon my excitement for this one, but for years, and I mean years, we have all been clamoring for anything Potter related to be featured at HHN. And with Hollywood taking a swing at it last year, maybe it was the right idea because based on the speculation map right here in front of us, we have Death Eaters for the first time ever be featured at Halloween Horror Nights Orlando inside of Diagon Alley. This can be monumental. And I mean, oh my gosh, like, when I always say Diagon Alley is a dead zone, there's nothing to do there, it's where you go to relax. But now, Death Eaters could possibly be there, meaning that it can be a full-on scare zone. Man, this is mind-blowing. But now we're going to go to the next thing, which isn't a scare zone, however, it is another horde. And it's a Megan horde. I feel like this may or may not have something to do with the great relationship that Universal and Blumhouse have when it comes down to Horror Nights. And my main question for this is, does this mean that on the days that it's pouring rain and they can't use the chainsaws, are they going to be dancing instead? No? Just me that has that weird question? Alright, we'll move on to the next scare zone, which is over in Central Park, and it's called a jungle. Now, this has me intrigued, because right when I saw this, right away, my mind ran straight towards Jumanji. For no reason whatsoever, but just imagine the scare zone is themed to something similar to Jumanji, where there's a couple of survivors, and they're trying to win the game or escape. So I have that kind of feel for it, but this could also be you're trapped in the jungle with actual animals, or there's like some kind of tribe or something. Who knows? But either way, it is very exciting. But now we'll go to our final scare zone, which is over in Hollywood. And might I say, Bill and Ted would be so proud of this one because we have Vamp 69, dudes. And we can't just drop this goose egg on us. This is one of the most loved properties that's an original when it comes down to Orlando. Vamp, the last two that we had, were both loved. They were one of the best scare zones, and bringing it back again with a 60s theme would truly be a chef's kiss when it comes down to this, because in the 60s we had Woodstock, and with Woodstock this is going to actually turn us away from our scare zones and go to our shows, because in the show right there we have a Vamp show, and this Vamp show could technically be themed towards Woodstock. That's just my guess here, but who knows, anything can happen. And then our final show, we have the Fuel Girls coming back, but we knew that because it was on the last speculation map, and the Fuel Girls are here to stay. They are a great show, and if you haven't seen them, I highly recommend checking them out. And well, we have reached the end of the speculation map. Thank you to Horror Night Nightmares for putting out version 3 of this map and keeping us entertained in the days where we do not have an announcement. But keep your ears peeled and your eyes open, because very soon we should be hearing some more things about the event. And with that being said, I want to know what you guys thought of this speculation map. Let me know down below, what are you most excited for, what surprised you the most, and what's the first thing you're going to do at the event based on this map. And if you made it this far into the video, I want you guys to do me one huge favor. Comment down below 69 dudes, little commemoration to Bill and Ted and Vamp 69. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay excellent, my dudes, and I'll see you in the fog.